I'm pulling up my, I normally have it up already, but.
Okay, no worries.
So welcome, everybody. So glad to have you guys on tonight. We're always excited. Let's start with our new members or new folks that we have on. You could be a member or a non-member. If you'd like to just say hello. Anyone new on tonight? We don't have anybody on other than Kevin.
I know Kevin is new. Kevin new to the group. He's actually he's one of our newest debt weapon members. So Kevin, you want to introduce yourself to everybody, man? Who's his coach?
Me.
That would be Rosie.
Oh, nice. You came in with, you got the winner too.
Yeah, I think she's coaching my son. That's who told me about it. Daniel Harris.
No, your son
Renee was
was
coaching your son.
Huh?
Renee was.
Renee, okay. But
I was actually coaching your son.
Okay.
He MIA, where he at?
one thing I know about my son,
All right, y'all, it's
I
called
think he's too
recording.
smart for his own good.
It's called recording. We'll talk about the kids.
I love him. Oh, that's not bad. It's all positive about him. I love my son. He'll get back on.
I got you. You know, our kids move differently from us, man. Y'all let them youth be.
Yeah.
My wife get on me when I get on my kids.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Because my internet for some reason is acting up here. It's
Yes, I can hear you.
dragging. Renee, can you pull yours up just in case mine goes out?
I surely can.
Okay. My
Thank
name is
you.
Kevin Wiggins. That's my middle name is Kevin, but my full name is George Kevin Wiggins, but I go by Kevin. And I've been an entrepreneur. I never had since I got the military, I didn't have no W-2 since the 90s. So I've been self-employed, and I just been, some guy was talking about, he just had basically cash business, no line of credit, stuff like that. So, but I've been barber cosmetologist since 1990. So, and I had a successful living, but now I'm ready for a lifestyle. That's why I'm here with you guys.
It's a big difference, right? From living and having a lifestyle.
Living, yeah, it's a big difference.
I love that.
Yes, indeed. Well,
I love
welcome
that.
to the team and
Welcome.
just introduce yourself.
And then we got Easy Money, my man Drew on here. Oh my God.
Hey, Coach Rosie. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Hey.
So I am new to the group. I just signed up literally as I was logging in because I've been ripping and running. But I met. So I've known Coach Rosie for about 3 months now through another mentorship program, and then just the craziest thing in the world. Earlier this week, I ended up renting a Maserati from the leader of the group here. Sabor from your wife, Joy. But I saw that y'all were a team in everything that you do. But he told me a little bit about the debt weapon program and what you guys are doing, and a little bit about myself. I left my corporate job about a month ago to pursue entrepreneurship full time. So I'm here to learn, to grow, to figure out how to maximize my soon to be income from my business endeavors. And I'm just happy to be here.
Hey.
Yeah,
Yay.
So,
Yes.
so Rosie, he just literally signed up. I just got the notification. So he's going to need a welcome email and his coach set up, please.
Absolutely. I've got his email already.
Got you.
Thank you.
Welcome, Andrew.
Thank you much. Thank you much.
Yeah.
I'm kind of worried about our numbers dwindling down on the weekends, but again, I'm not too worried because we're mighty but few. Those that want the information, get this information, we got to remember that God put this information in us and not everybody. So definitely don't worry. I want everybody to continue to keep shining. It bothers me as being the owner, but I definitely not worried at the same time. So
Well, it's all good. It's all good. Maybe, some people are busy or whatever, but it's all good.
all right, so let's go ahead and get this declaration done, please.
Okay, hold on. Do I have sharing capacity?
Oh, I'm sorry. And Danielle, we know our brother back. Tell him he needs to make appearance so we can all see his lovely face sooner or later. Can't keep them all to yourself.
That's right.
We are actually having fish fry Friday for my mom. So he's out there frying fish and he was like, I didn't realize the time, but he's here. He'll hop on at the end maybe.
Yeah,
Right.
make sure he does because we missed him.
God, yay! That's beautiful. So exciting. All right, let's see. I'll share my screen with you all. Let's see if I can move it around here. I hate when in the wrong spot and I got this in my way. Hold on, guys. Let me stop for a second. It's not where I need it to be.
Yeah, I saw. I was thinking about this, Rosie and Sabre, and I think we need to add something to our declaration.
All right, we could talk about it.
Yes.
Okie doke, here we go. All right, everybody, welcome to the Debt Weapon Program. I'm so excited. And this is our declaration. I hope you can see this. Can everybody see my screen? Probably seeing way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, here we go. So unmute yourselves and please repeat after me. This is my life.
This is my life.
I declare today my mindset has changed.
I declare today that my
mindset
mindset
has changed.
I am clear about my path.
I am
clear about my
path.
I am debt free.
I am debt free.
I walk in the understanding of my finances.
I walk in the
understanding of my finances.
I control my spending habits.
I control my spending habits.
I am not a consumer.
I am not a consumer.
I am an investor.
I am an investor.
My money works for me.
My money works for me.
All things are possible to me because I believe.
All things are possible for me because I believe.
I am financially sexy.
I am financially sexy.
I won't give up.
I won't give up.
All right, come on and give yourselves a hand praise. Ha! Hey, congratulations, you guys. So exciting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll begin with the next part of our program. As you know, the man is Mr. Sabre Al-Damari. He is a husband, a father, a brother, and a mentor. He's a real estate investor, approximately having about 1.7 million in assets. He's an accredited investor, legally allowed to trade securities between financial institutions. He's an acquisition manager, a $40 million fund in Texas, Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. He's known as the mortgage note broker in the world of mortgage lenders. He and his colleagues broker approximately 2.5 million a month. He has 4 active LLCs and businesses. He's a consultant of Velocity Banking, credit services, and real estate investing. I want to introduce the coaches. I am one of the coaches for Damari Funding and our Debt Weapon Velocity program. My name is Rosie Jones Clark. I am also the membership chair. If you want to become a member, if there's someone on tonight that is not, please feel free to email me at rosie@demeryfunding.com. Our other beautiful coach is Renee Allen. And Renee is excellent in what she does. We were talking tonight before the program began, and the girl has so much knowledge, just a great wealth of knowledge to offer to those who are in need of fixing their credit and moving forward into our business and seller financing tiers of our program. So you can also reach her at renee@demeryfunding.com.
Hello.
Oh, I'm on my old one. I apologize. So what is velocity banking? So velocity banking is actually a strategy that uses lines of credit to pay off debts faster than the traditional method. It will help you quickly become debt-free as well as boost your credit score. Initial concerns that most people have when we talk to them about velocity banking is it's totally a new concept and they've never heard of it before. Is it, something that, they should actually do because it really doesn't make sense to them? Will it actually help them? If it's so good, why haven't we heard about it? Many people are nervous to make a dramatic financial change in their lives. And will they actually make a mistake and make their financial situation worse? Well, honestly, this program is such an excellent program because it does teach you how to pay off your debts at accelerated rates, but it is something that you can teach your children and your children's children for generations to come. So it's really about generational knowledge. I think Kevin was just talking about that a moment ago. It's really about creating that generational knowledge for generations to come, to keep us out of debt and keep us from making a lot of financial boo-boos in our lives. I'm talking like a person who owns a childcare center, making boo-boos. So, so it may not make sense initially. It may be a little confusing, but we like to tell everyone to really trust the process. So it's going to take trust in your coach, in the process of velocity banking, trusting yourself to make greater decisions now, trusting yourself to in your decision to change the financial trajectory of your lives. And certainly if you believe in God, trusting God to see you through this process. And if you're married, you have a mate or anything like that, then trusting God that they'll get on board with you as well and work this thing until you cannot work it anymore. So DeMery Funding Company, Sabor has this saying that a movement is a movement. And there have been many movements, in our country, all over the world, but the only movements that have actually made a true difference for a lifetime are those that could do a few things here. One, see a mission, catch the vision, make a sacrifice, change behavior, be persistent, keep moving, and make a change for everyone. Those are the movements that have been at the forefront and have longevity and have actually made a difference even in all of our lives. So I'm sure you can think of a movement that has happened. Maybe it was the women's suffrage movement and how it has put women at the forefront to be able to work and to do things that men would do. I'm not sure that I'm all happy about all that, but it has given us many rights to be able to be independent and do the things that we desire to do without there being repercussions at the end. If you think about affirmative action, and if you think about all that Martin Luther King has done, or even Malcolm X, and many others. If you think about the movements that have occurred, those movements have stood the test of time, and they'll continue to stand the test of time, and people still follow that today. So a movement is a movement. And what you are learning to do in Velocity Banking is to create a movement in your family line. So if you came from broke, you no longer have to be broke, but you can prosper and you can create that generational wealth. So I present to you Sabor on tonight. Somebody unmute yourselves or put ones in the chat. Just tell Sabor we love you. We're looking forward to the information that's about to come our way now. Come on, guys.
Listen, I don't see those ones. I need to see them. I need to see them. I need to see them. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. We know those ones. We know what those ones means, right? That means we are here, we are engaged. We are going to be in, we're going to be listening. We're going to get these nuggets tonight, and we're going to be supportive because we love this program. I'm so sorry I had to jump in. I don't know who RJ is, but that's what I'm talking about. Oh my God, Raquel, loaded that chat up with those ones. I'm so happy. I just had to jump in because, you know, those ones are my thing every Friday. I just love ones because I need to know you with me. And as we present this information, so Coach Rosie, I didn't mean to jump in. I just took over, but you know how I do.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And it's
that's how I get. I get excited when I see ones in that chat. I get excited.
This is how she does it
every week. Every week. So I wanted to, before we actually get started, we know our man Brandon, if no guys noticed, he was in the chat. Did anybody see that?
No.
Yeah, he was in the chat and he was like, it's good to be back. So there he is. Hey, Brandon.
What's up? What's up?
Welcome back, buddy.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, what's going on? How everyone's doing?
Oh my God, we missed you.
Miss you guys too. I want to definitely thank you guys for your support and all your prayers. It definitely was uplifting. I'm glad to be back home. There's nothing like home. Trust me.
That's right.
They wanted to keep me, so it's a blessing that I'm back home.
Yeah.
Love you guys, and I heard a lot of exciting things you guys are doing, and I'm so happy and waiting to catch up. So a movement is a movement. So it's great to see you guys, see these smiling faces.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
ready to
And
make
we're
this
smiling even more because we see you, man.
Yeah, thank God you're here.
Can't wait for you to be back on the team. We can't wait to be
Absolutely.
back. You know, you might get
Thank
ready
you for
because
your
you're coming
service.
back.
Oh, thank you. I'm still trying to get acclimated, guys. So I'm like still going to sleep at crazy hours and things or whatnot, but I'm getting there. So thank you again for your support.
Oh,
Yes, we love you, Brandon.
Thank you
Love
for
you,
coming
Brandon.
on. Thank you. We appreciate you, man.
Okay.
So thank you, Brandon, man. I miss you, bro. We'll tap in in a little bit, all right?
Okay, that's what's
So
up,
I
man.
want to do before we get to Tamika, I want to make sure, see if we have any people on the call that has any updates for us, credit, anything that's going on in their lives, that's going on, anything that anybody want to share that can actually be uplifting, even if it's negatives that can maybe help somebody else. You know, I know some people going through some credit issues. Miss Lovely had a win this week, so
I didn't know if she wanted to talk about it, but
so
if she
anybody
don't want
want
to talk about it, I'll talk about it. Miss Lovely, can we talk about it?
Good evening, everyone. Yes, Renee, you have the honors.
Okay, thank you. So Miss Lovely Miss Jameson is one of my clients, and we've been dealing and fighting some things on her credit report, and she actually kind of started the process before she got in the program. However, one of the creditors actually tried to tell her that they were going to sue her. So, you know, she went to court. I wasn't there, but Sabor was there, and, you know, just for support. And then she ended up winning the judgment because the creditors didn't even show up. So this is going to actually remove a collection on her account, right? And it's gonna definitely boost up her score. And we've been really getting a lot of things, not a lot of things, but some of the stuff off of her credit. And once that is removed, we only have one other thing on there that we're gonna be dealing with, and then she will have 0 collections on her account. So
Yes, winning.
Yes. And So it's a great win. It's a great win. Great win.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes. So that, anybody else have any good news?
So
Well, I
We
can
have some
say
good
something.
news.
Oh, go ahead, go
go
ahead.
ahead, Raquel.
All right, well, it's Raheem and I's good news. We are on vacation, and we got a notification the other day from Citibank on our credit card, and they offered us a line increase. So we got another line increase from Citibank.
Woo!
Ace.
Exciting.
Do you care to share what it was, or you rather not?
It was a nice line increase.
Okay. That's awesome. Well, congratulations on your line increase. That's
Thank
what
you.
we do. Anybody else?
I think, Rochelle?
Yeah, I was just gonna share that I know you guys are saying a movement is a movement, and it is. And we actually are in, I'm hoping, the very final days of our HELOC process that we're pending to be approved. So we submitted the last document that I'm hoping is the last document. We're crossing our fingers. And we're just leaving it to God. You know, if it's meant to be, he's gonna open those doors. And if it's not, he's gonna close them shut. So I know it's not a huge win, but it's a step in the right direction. So we can get to that point, or at least closure, to know if it's going to happen or not. So we're excited.
For those that don't know in the group, tell us how much your HELOC is going to be currently right now. What are you aiming at?
Yeah, so right now we're aiming at $150,000 HELOC on the property.
Winning.
Yes.
That's nice.
So maybe that's why it's taking a while, because I don't know, Sabor, maybe with the way the market is right now, they're just going through such a scrutinized review.
Well, you
you
got to
know.
remember the banks are looking at it like this. So the Federal Reserve have changed the interest rate. So that means now you have to pay higher to borrow money, right? Plus
Right.
inflation of the society, plus people, gas prices, commodities going up, but people pay is still staying the same. To me, anybody who's looking, we're heading to another recession.
Yeah, we
So
are.
they're looking at the same thing too. How do we cover
Yeah.
ourselves if we don't get paid? You know what I mean? So I
Right.
mean, we all are business owners. We have to sit back and start thinking of those questions as business owners. You know, would you
Yeah.
award somebody money when you know they may not have the possibility to pay in a little bit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. So they're looking at everything. So we're just gonna put it in God's hands, Sabor, and if it happens, if it doesn't, that's okay. We have other things working, and we have other movements happening right now. So it's not the only avenue, but it's something, so we're excited. Yes.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
anybody else?
So I have a client, he's never on this line because he goes out on Fridays.
All right.
Oh, Rosie,
I
you
think
are.
she froze.
Oh, she froze.
She froze pretty too, though. At least she froze pretty.
That's a cute. That's a cute freeze.
Cold, right?
She froze
I'm
pretty
gonna
good.
text her, let her know she's frozen.
Anybody else got a win while we wait for Rosie to come back?
I have a win, but it's not financial. It's more character.
Okay.
I have been having some difficulty at work over the past several days, and an issue occurred where I'm in charge of the communications for our company and sending out mass emails to our clients and things like that. And there was a mistake that was made, not on my part, but on the part of someone else. And it just turned into a significant issue. And, you feel really bad when something bad happens, right? I do anyway. So the next day, it appeared that something happened. My boss freaked out, had a Zoom meeting with my other boss. And then after I explained everything, he realized he basically overreacted. And I told him, I said, you know what, it's okay. This is just an opportunity for us to put more quality control measures in, and it is a learning process. And they just looked at me like, I wasn't the same person I was the day before, because basically I felt like God was preparing me for the next thing. And
Good. Nice.
I'm
love it.
growing in leaps and bounds, but it's very uncomfortable.
When you have to take a lot of stuff when you become a business owner, trust me.
Yeah.
You have to humble yourself an awful lot. So I'm good at you learning that, and you was recognizing that it was a learning experience and curve. Rosie keeps going in and out. So anybody else that has anything? Is Lavelle here? Lavelle didn't show up. So there's a young man named Lavelle that's they always run into me. He's like one of the managers at a car wash that I go to. Their whole team know me because I'm washing a bunch of cars every day over there. But he been talking to me about Velocity Banking. I'm just telling some little stuff to do. So I actually ran into him today, and he actually, his credit score ended up being in the 800s. So he was freaked out about it because he never had an 800 credit score. So he saw me this morning. He just basically tackled me. I was like, he's like giving me hugs and stuff. I was like, okay, man, you need to come on the call tonight, man. Make sure you tell the team, you know, what you're doing in your life. So I'm very proud of him. He's a young man that's listening and trying to change his life. So definitely trying to get him in the program so we can guide him to the next level of his life. He wants to leave his current workplace and start his own business too. So, but anybody else has anything before we get Tamika started here? So I want to, go ahead, Michelle. Nope, go ahead. I see you, Michelle. Trying to hide from me.
Well, we just wanted to say that Telly and I added another car to our fleet, our Toro.
Woo! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, added to the fleet.
Yes.
A movement is a movement.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
That's right.
That's my cousin, y'all. That's my cousin.
Please tell me you got a booking the same day.
No, because I bought the car in New York, so I gotta wait for my plates.
Oh, I was hoping you called until you got like 4 or 5 bookings already.
You will.
It's coming.
It is.
So my daughter and my son-in-law, they came up to spend time with us, right? And they was, you know, of course, you have the naysayers until they see the dollar amount you're doing on Toro, right? So they went and joined the Toro platform. Their car literally was like 128,000 miles. I think it's 130 they had to be. So he joined Toro. Before he got home, he had 9 bookings, but when he got there, because they were so close, Toro asked for the pictures of their mileage, and they had to cancel all those bookings.
Oh my.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I see some money. But while they was here, I got them a line of credit for $25K a piece. I'm like, now y'all need to go buy a vehicle here and put it on Toro.
Right.
Yeah. That's right. Awesome.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah. Coach Rosie made All-Star on Toro.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Oh, congratulations.
Don't be forgetting. Congratulations.
Why, thank you.
That's a huge
All right now.
And Easy Money Drew, he is a All-Star host on Toro too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just one vehicle, but I will tell y'all, Sabor is the man because he gave me an hour and a half of his time when I went to pick up his Maserati. And no joke, I had notes in my head like, oh, this is all the stuff I got to do better, because I honestly haven't done anything outside of, you know, kind of list my car and just be a good responsive host. But I learned a ton from you guys just in that conversation and from renting your vehicle.
Oh,
So
man,
I'm excited.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, even though most people on the call that do have Toro on here, those that's thinking about doing Toro, you can rent your car from anywhere. It's the host experience. So, you know, my wife tried to make little gift bags and put them on the passenger side for her people. And it's nothing really good, you know, major. It's just like gum, mints, masks, hand sanitizer, wipes, you know, those type of things, little small purchases that you can actually boost. And, you know, that goes a long way. A
flashlight with a QR code to promote your business.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, but as we always talk about, man, you have to learn how to leverage your credit and learn it, leverage the right way, especially when you're building assets. You know, a lot of times people don't look at vehicles as an asset. Toro have actually given us a platform we can use those vehicles as an asset and not a liability now. So we got to respect that. Even like Michelle, they went out and did what we said. We have to move. You know, you don't have to always be real estate. You can, any kind of movement is a movement. So I'm really proud of you, Michelle and Telly, for taking that step, because I was digging in last week and I'm like, okay, you got the blueprint, you got the game, you got your coaches. What are we doing with it? Why are we just sitting on this information? So I'm glad that y'all actually took the steps and got another vehicle.
Thank you. We heard you.
Yes, ma'am. And then, you know, that part is y'all who, of those people that were on the call last week, we were talking and I didn't record that meeting. So, yeah. So that didn't go up. But anyways, Tamika, let's highlight Tamika, y'all. Tamika is one of our students. Tamika has a lot of skills. She's actually has been helping a couple of our youth in the youth program with their website development. So I wanted to, and Tamika actually help. She's not on here tonight.
Yeah, she's on here. She actually helped one of our other Debt Weapon members build their website. She's been connected with a few people to help build their website, and she's gonna build mine. She don't know it yet, but she's gonna build mine too. I didn't mean to cut you off, Saber, but I just had to add that. I've been doing that tonight.
No, that's your girl. So yeah, listen, that's yeah, you brought it to her. By all means, please introduce her.
So let me introduce my client, right? Let me present to some and introduce to others, Miss Tamika, the technical skill master. And she's going to show us some things that she's been working on to do. And just in case if you need those type of services, she's a person that you can reach out to. So Tamika, the floor is yours, sweetheart.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I want to, first of all, thank you for just wanting to highlight me, because I think sometimes we don't even realize or remember the skills that we have until someone like pushes you to the stage with a mic and say, hey, sing or whatever your skill might be. And Renee has helped me with that. So what I do quite a bit of things, but one of the things that I do is I'm able to build websites for people. And if you have a website that is in the beginning processes and you might want it tweaked or, have somebody look at it, one of the things that I do is I can look at it and give you some pointers. The first initial consultation is free. So I do sit with you and try to give you some pointers to let you know that it's not about making the sale. What it is about is spending the time with the person and telling them what they need. And if I can help you, I will help you. If I cannot, then I'll tell you the things that you need to do if you feel confident doing it yourself. So one of the people that I helped her rebuild her website, is she on? Is Nikosha on?
No, she's not on tonight.
She's not? Okay. So her website is called Made to Disinfect, and I can show you the website if you'd like. Can I take over for a minute?
Yes, ma'am. Nobody sharing screen. It's all yours.
Thank you. Let's see. So the website that I built for Nikosha is this one here. Are you able to see?
Yes, I can see it.
And so her website went from being very, had a lot too much information on it. It was very hard to see anything. So it's nice and clean and crisp, and it tells you exactly what it is that her business does, how to book, what to expect, and just how you can get in contact with her. So this website is something that I'm very pleased with. She's very pleased with it as well. I also offer what they call SEO services, which is called search engine optimization. It's taking each page that is on this website and basically telling Google who you are and what the page is about so that they can find you in a more holistic way instead of you having to have a huge ad spend. Having ads is important as well, but you also want people to find you for free because that will keep your business expenses down as well. Another thing that I would like to highlight that I do is I have built this website as well. This is my coaching website, and I am a business coach. So I help people strategize to find their own businesses and to do speaking engagements. This is one that I am not necessarily doing as much of, but I am a podcast host, and I also have other products that I sell. So I sell products such as books and t-shirts, and I have a program called the 90-Day Deadline, which will help people take them from a life that they hate to a life that they really are interested and in love with. And that is it in a nutshell, guys.
Tamika, would you show them the videos that you made for the glasses?
Sure.
So she works with the company, and this is a part of the company that they do, but she actually built the video and she made the video for the company for the particular for the glasses that they sell. And I thought it was kind of neat and sassy how she actually was able to do that. This is how I found out she had all these particular type of skills in discussion, and she was showing me these sets, things that she was doing, and I was just impressed. And I just thought it would be beneficial for the group if they knew that she had this skill set, because if someone needed a website, we have someone right in our program that would be able to help you.
Okay, I'm searching for it now, so just bear with me 1 second.
That's beautiful, Tamika. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to, can you see this?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So before I show you this website here, or excuse me, before I show you the video, I'm going to show you another website that I built. This is a Shopify store. This is actually my Shopify store. So I sell eyeglasses. That was one of the businesses that I came out of a few years ago. And this is more of a hobby, is just selling eyeglasses because I love it, eyeglasses. And so this is a shop that I built for myself, and it is also making money, but this is something that I will be putting more time and effort into, because with the way that the world is going, we need as many side hustles as we can have, and this one would be very easy without a lot of effort on my part. I just have to fulfill it. Okay, here is a video if you're ready. Can you see?
Yes.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this out of the way.
Okay.
So awesome.
Very good.
Nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Yeah, so we just wanted to highlight her tonight, just so we can showcase those skills that she has. And like I said, if anyone needs, let me take my video so you can see me. I hate talking when I'm not on the video. So y'all can see me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah.
We see.
if you are interested in having a website built, you can definitely reach out to me, to Tamika. And like she said, she'll give you a free consultation, and she can help you build your websites or videos, or I don't even know, Tamika, do you do website maintenance?
Yes.
So, and she can actually help you maintain the website with updates and all of that stuff. So that's something that if you have a need for, we just have someone in the group that is able to do it.
Thank you. Very nice. Thanks.
So thank you, Tamika.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tamika. So I'm about to go on to the night session because I want to keep everybody. I know we're getting close to the end of the call, but so one of the wins that I had this week was one of my buyers that buy my mortgage notes. We end up buying a property, me and her, as a non-performing property. So we bought it, and then we got the deed in lieu. Deed in lieu just means that the person gave us the keys. They didn't want the house anymore when we bought the property. So she was like, hey, she's like, hey, what are we going to do with this now? I'm like, well, we can put it on the market or we can sell a finance. And she said, well, I don't really know about that. I don't know this. She don't know the area, which was happened to be Jackson. I was like, well, give it to me. I'll take care of it. Of course, my contractor, and he finished the flooring and stuff, painting and stuff like that, and did a couple of rehabs. And yes, Renee, we kept the cabinets.
I'm not gonna be calling me the cabinet lady. Y'all gonna stop with the cabinet lady.
Renee always want to change the cabinets, y'all. Yeah, but we kept the cabinets, and the house came out beautiful, and it sold on a seller finance at 165.
Wow.
Wow.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
Awesome. Awesome.
That is beautiful.
So it was a good win for me. It was a good win this week.
Woo! Great.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So I just want to say to Sabre, so this is what this program is all about, right? So this is what Sabre teaches us through these skill sets that he shows us through Velocity Banking. And if you're in the investment part of the program, that's what you're going to learn how to do, how to create those opportunities and then make them work for you.
Yes, another thing I want to say to the investors too, right? Sometimes we got to be careful in how fast we move and when we move. I know, like, sometimes we get properties and we want to sell them as fast as possible because we're looking for that.
We can't hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, can you repeat what you say?
Oh, I said sometimes I want people to know, this is for the investors. Sometimes we have to be careful in how fast we move on our investment properties, right? Of course, when you finish that property, you want to get out and sell that property as fast as possible so you can see a return, right? Because you want to see a return. So give me 1 second here. Let me stop this screen share. How do I stop this screen share? There we go. So one of the properties that me and a couple of people on the call did. So you see the property right now. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that property currently appraises for 156, right? If we had waited, you see how much the property sold for down here? 110. If we had waited, we could have got a higher return. But of course, we listen to the people that call, say, oh, that neighborhood is no good. There's no way a house in that neighborhood is ever going to praise for more than 100K. Oh, this is that, even Renee this week on the property that we're working on, they're like, well, there's no way that this property, I'm like, listen, do not listen to the naysayer, because when we forced the depreciation in that house, and then the other people in that neighborhood forced appreciation in the house, that lady went and put a fence around the house, took all that stuff down, and she put a fence around. All those little things forced that appreciation in that investment. So your return is going to be much higher if you can hold out. You know what I'm saying? Because now you look at that. Now we left what, $40-something thousand on the table.
Yeah, that's a nice looking house.
That's amazing.
And it's going to do nothing but appreciate more. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to be careful of what people listening to people, and they say, oh, especially some of the people that call and inquire about the houses. They go, oh, this is a bad neighborhood, or this neighborhood is this and that. You know what I mean? Or this is and this. You can't listen to that. You have to be careful with what you're doing. Anyways, somebody not muted. That is not me. I think that's somebody's not muted. Uh-oh. Damn. Somebody was going there. It was not me. All right. So anyways, on tonight's session, I want to talk about can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so of course, for the people that's new in the program, my name is Sabor, and I'm off screen. I am so sorry. My name is Sabor Demary. I've been real estate investing over 20 years. Believe it or not, you know, it doesn't seem like it. I've been out there that long, but that's my overnight success. I've been through it all. You know, people always think, you know, becoming successful overnight happens overnight. It doesn't. I've been 20 years and 158 days. That's my overnight success. It takes forever, but you know, some people want it fast. I'm going to tell you, you know, it's not the end result that you're always looking for. Sometimes it's the journey that you have to go back and appreciate. You know, we always have our eye on the things that we don't have or where we want to get instead of looking at the things where we at right now in life. And I'm always one of those people that try to tell people, take a step back, see where you at and see where you came from, you know, and that's where you get your gratefulness in. I have a dog under me, I'm sorry. You sound like Chewbacca. But that's where you get your gratefulness in. But anyways, in this program, we teach you how to leverage debt. We teach you how to pay off debt with debt, believe it or not, at accelerated rate. And then we're going to teach you how to leverage that debt. We're going to teach you how to build personal and business credit so that you're able to actually to create passive and generational wealth. Stop. Sorry about that. So before we go on for tonight's session, because I know we run out of time, I'm talking pretty fast. If anybody needs me to slow down, please let me know. So I want you guys personally to go around table and tell me some ways that you are currently leveraging or plan to leverage credit. I know we have some investors on here. I know some people are also leveraging credit opposite ways. So can you share some ways that maybe you can inspire somebody else in our group the way you're currently using or plan on leveraging credit in the future? Hey.
Well, Woody and I are actually in the market for our first vehicle for Toro / personal use. So yeah, we plan on using the credit cards that we have obtained for the down payment and Velocity Banking, both that and the next payment to come. Basically, try to get it done in about 6 to 8 months, hopefully.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a little feedback because I know you have a couple of high-end cards now, right? If you can keep those balances down, the game plan would not to use that money on the from the credit card for the car. You'll use that credit card for the whole car. Your monthly payment, your monthly payment is going to be much cheaper. So you'll buy a whole car off of that line of credit. You'll use your net cash flow that you have left over every month and drop that back to that card. Now you have that credit card and that car paid off in 5-6 months with your current cash flow, because I know you're in with the cash flow. Now you can rinse and repeat and buy a whole nother vehicle.
Sounds good.
Makes sense. So instead of taking the money, using the money off for a down payment, you just buy the whole car off that line of credit and use your net cash flow plus the money that's coming in from your Toro business back to that line of credit.
Right. Awesome. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Support. So we're currently using the method you said, which is we went ahead and got the lines of credit. So we purchased the house with the credit. And then I know as we start receiving the rent payments, right, when we do the seller finance to a lovely tenant, we are going to go ahead and make sure that we're paying that down, right, through the Velocity side, because we want to be attacking that because we're waiting to sell at the right time, right? When the right time hits, when the right, for the note, because I know we want to wait 3 months or so. So then that idea, what we want to do is do it again. After we do this, we want to rinse and repeat and do it again like that. Once we sell, we pay everything back to that credit card that's owed. And then we have our new money to go jump on a new deal. Or is that how we would do it? Or just to clarify?
Yes. So it's not that we have to wait 3 months. A lot of times when you create a new note, for those that don't know what seller financing is, When you sell a property to an end user, to somebody, most investors, there's a secondary market that buys those mortgage loans, just like ABC sell it to XYZ on Wells Fargo selling the Bank of America mortgage loan. They want 3 months of payments to show that that person has emotional equity. They want to see a down payment to show that that person has emotional equity. However, because I've been in the market so long, once we close, I have a lot of buyers now that would actually buy our notes simultaneously, or at least 1 month of payment. So they'll basically, the day that we close, we'll collect that down payment plus that next month, and they'll take over that following month of payment because they know us in the industry. They know how we've been working in the industry, and they know we're not going to be bringing them, bad deals, basically. So, but most times when you create your own notes outside of this group, they're going to want to see 3 months of seasoning, and that's just basically 3 months of payment showing that the person has emotional equity in that property, and they're not going to walk away. So. But yes, that is correct. So you're leveraging your credit right now, your business line of credit or personal credit.
Business line, like you told us, do you leverage a business line? Yeah.
You're leveraging business line of credit, bought a property three-way with the three-way split with three-way partners. And they also doing the rehab off of that. They also bought materials for the property that's currently being rehabbed, plus the labor cost that they're paying the contractor. So we want to make sure they get a nice return in yield and keep the overhead costs down and the property, so they can walk away good. So the property would be beautiful, but cheap. You know what I mean? That way you still get somebody a nice home, and they can actually, start a home. So we can give back to our community. So yes.
And the other thing, Sabor, is we took your idea and we applied for that Delta American Express card. So we were able to use a lot of that for a trip when we flew over there, the hotel, everything, because you're like, rack it up. So we can get those 3,000 points in the first 3 months, right? So we can get our cashback rewards. And then once we get that cashback rewards, we put it right on the bill, right? To pay it down.
Yes.
Because you're velocitying that bill again, right? You're doing like this, you're putting it here and moving it. Okay. So we're already at 4,000 on that. So when does that hit? Does that hit like after 3 months? They tell us, okay, you've got.
You should see it on your next month statement. You check your I'll have to talk to you offline, but normally because I know me and a couple of people, I think it was Michelle and Raquel, and we was running around trying to find out where these cards were hiding their cash back. Man, it was crazy one day because each card is different, but we found them.
Right.
Like, they didn't. Michelle, she didn't realize she had $1,000 worth of cash back rewards on a couple of cards, and some people had 1,500. You know what I mean? So I'll have to sit down with you and go through the card to actually see where those rewards are for you.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, Sabor.
Sabor, I just have a question because in the Facebook group you posted a credit card, and it says something like, for business owner, like this is the time now. And I went back to go look for those particular credit cards. Do you remember the link that was for?
Yes, Chase Business Inc. The cash, the Chase Business Inc.
So I went on the card just to look to see what they were offering. Just so you guys know, how we talked about the manufacturer spending and how we can do that, right? That particular card won't allow you to do it the way that you told us to do it with the buying money orders.
No, so that's a business card. So the best way to do a business card in the money orders is going to be on the person side. With business, it's very easy to do manufacturer spending. The business, you're going to have to do the invoice way. You're going to have to go to PayPal, write yourself an invoice, or write an invoice to your spouse, sign out of PayPal, and use that credit card at the bottom. It says pay with credit card. This is free game. Pay with credit card or pay with debit card. You're going to use the credit card, pay that money's going to hit your PayPal account. You just transfer it to your checking account. Now you just liquidate your business credit card for what you're doing.
All right, so that's what I was asked. I wanted to see about that because when I went to go read about it, I was like, okay, they're offering all these great points. And then I read the terms and the conditions, and it was like, okay, well, we can't use money orders. So I didn't know. So, but that's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, this is different ways of liquid. There's different ways of manufacturing. Spend. You still have your Cash App. That card actually can be linked to Cash App. I've done it that way. I think Cash App right now went up. You can liquidate $7,500 a day on credit cards. Cash App. If who don't know that method is basically you link your bank account, then you go right back under the link your check credit card, and when you go to pay somebody or send money, you just send from the check credit card instead of the. There's different ways.
They can learn that from their coach.
There's different ways. There's tools. I'm just giving a little bit of tools today. So just a little bit jewels there. All right. So one way that I'm planning on using leverage, of course, you all know that I'm a real estate guy, right? So it's same, but my wife has been building her fleet of vehicles. So we want to bring in 12 more vehicles. Well, not 12 more. We want to have 12 vehicles by the end of the year. So that's 6 more vehicles. So I'm just going to be basically leveraging my lines of credit and buying the vehicles that make sense to us on Toro platform. We have high-end cars. So I'm going to bring in 3 more, lower end cars, 1 more higher end car. And then I need 2 full-size vehicles. That'll make a killing down here where we at, this year already we're at, I think it's 50 right now. So we're at 50 trips that's completed already. So, imagine bringing in 6 more vehicles. So we'll make a killing down here. So, but that's just something I wanted to, make sure everybody realizing that leverage is basically, leverage is nothing but I owe you bank, XYZ. However, my net cash flow is going to be XYZ. You know what I'm saying? So if I owe the bank $200, but I'm bringing in $1,200 and I pay the bank $200, I have a net cash flow of $1,000. That's all leverage is. We do not have to try to change the game. Of course, we want to create as much leverage as possible for our lives, but we do not have to try to reinvent the wheel and try to do, all this crazy stuff. Give them people that $200, let me cash flow that $1,000, and I can continuously do that. Again, now I have $1,000 net cash flow. If I do it on the personal side, if I just buy a car, they're going to look at my DTI, right? My debt to income. But when they see that I'm using this car for Toro and I'm actually making cash flow, now that takes away from my DTI. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually creating business income. I'm actually creating income. So now my DTI goes down, where it doesn't look like it's consumer debt, it's business debt. Again, makes sense? So we have to start thinking about leverage as a business. And I want you all to start thinking of yourself as a business. Jay-Z said it best. I'm not a businessman. I am a businessman. Start thinking of yourself as a business so we can start, leveraging that money properly, creating that passive and generational wealth for our kids. So tonight I'm doing another case study because we haven't did a case study in a while, right? Plus we got 2 new people on it. Let's see how we can create a case study for them so they can sit there and see how we can show this, how the power of this program works. All right, so we have a case study. We have somebody has a mortgage, $1,650 a month. They have an outstanding balance of $240. They have 1 car, $320, with a balance of $13,320. Another car payment of $340 with a balance of $12,100. The 1 credit card paying $75 a month. They have a balance of $79 with a limit of $10,000. Credit card 2, $125, $10,000 balance with $18,000 limit. Utilities is $1,500 a month. Yes, Telly, I caught it that time because I missed it last time. And they have miscellaneous, whatever that be. And then they have a $1,500 savings, right? So, and then their monthly income right now is $6,025. So anybody on the call wants to tell me how much their debt is monthly currently, how much they're paying in debt, what's their DTI right now?
$4,465.
Is the mortgage supposed to be added into that?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Everybody got the same number as Renee?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what is going to be, can you explain those numbers for those that don't know, Renee? Because we have some numbers all mixed in there.
Okay, so what I added was the mortgage, which was 1650, the both car payments, the 320 to 345, the credit cards, 75 and 125, plus the utilities and the miscellaneous $400.
Okay, and that give us a cash flow of what?
1860.
1860. Everybody agree?
Yes.
All right, so let's create a plan for somebody that don't, so somebody new on this program. How do we create a plan for them to pay off? Let's go with credit card one. Let's get them to get some cash flow. What's the plan for credit card one?
You can take the savings account and pay the credit card or pay part of the credit card off with the
Okay,
savings.
so credit card
So-
one. Why do we say that though? Why are we taking the savings? Tell somebody in the group, why are we taking the savings?
Well, savings is for losers, and we're using OPM to be able to fund our life. So we're basically reappropriating our savings account and putting it into the credit card, which is a line of credit. It's basically helping pay that off, and we still have our savings because it's on the credit card.
Yes, so savings is not, you're not losing the money. All you're doing is changing the vehicle. And I'm gonna say it nicer than her. There's no use to having saved money when you're having outstanding debt. It makes no sense.
Well,
But,
you know I have no
yeah, I know,
feelings.
yeah. But you're not losing, you're not
Nobody's a
losing the money.
loser. Yeah,
You're not
fine.
losing the money. All you're doing is changing the vehicle. So yes. So first thing is you're going to take the $5,100 and drop it on the $79,000 outstanding debt, right? That bring that balance down to what?
$1,800.
Okay, what was our net cash flow?
The new net cash flow is 1935.
Well, it's 1860, which is the original cash flow.
So, but now the new
Now you
cash
have
flow.
75 extra.
Yep.
Okay. Now, what's the new cash flow?
1935.
So we still have a balance on that first car we need to pay off, right?
Yes.
Yes. $940.
No, it was 18. I think
Sorry.
still 1,800 still left. So you can take that cash flow that you have and pay off the rest of the balance, and you have a little bit left over.
Yep. So now you have a little bit left over. So credit card one is knocked out. We just did a snowball on credit card one. All right. So now we have 19. Now we have 19. How much is it, Raquel, again? How much is the new?
1935.
So we have 1935 new net cash flow. So we're going to tag credit card two. We're still making our minimum payments. All we're doing is working off cash flow. Who on the group or who on the call does not know what cash flow is?
I'm sorry, can I just ask a question? I'm looking at it and I'm assuming you guys took from the credit card with the balance of 7,900, right? $7,900.
Mhm.
You took the
Yes.
savings of that $5,100 and subtract that. Wouldn't you get $2,800 at that point?
You're right, lovely. I'm so wrong. Thank you.
Working.
Okay, you're welcome.
I don't have a calculator, so I'm asking y'all. I'm going off y'all up. I'm like, y'all who all agree? So it's 28 what?
2,800.
It was
2,800.
2,800.
All right, got you. So now, and what's the net? So after that, paying that off, we still have a cash flow of
1935.
All right. So now, how many months does it take us to pay off that current balance of 2,800? I'm sorry,
A month and a half.
a month and a half. Okay. So now we have that month and a half. Now again, who does not know what cash flow is? Everybody know what cash flow is? All right. Make sure, I'm going to say it anyway. Cash flow is the
It's how-
money that you have left over after your monthly expenses. Again, cash flow is the money you have left over after your monthly expenses. All right, so now we have 19, so it takes a month and a half. We paid off credit card one, starting on credit card two. How many months does it take us to pay off credit card two with our current net cash flow?
About 5 months. 5 months.
A little over 5 months, yeah.
Okay, so a little bit over 5 months, like 5.2, what, 5.5, what, 5.5 months. All right, so that increases our net cash flow to what now?
Once the payment is made,
Mhm.
your 1935 plus 125. Is it 2060?
2060, yeah.
Okay, so now we increases our net cash flow to 2060. What would be your next, anybody on the call, what would be your next thing to attack? There's no rhyme or reason. I'm not giving you a trick question. What would you attack next?
One of the cars.
I would attack the car with the lowest balance, I think.
Okay. So you attack the car with the lowest balance, but we're missing a step. We have to think about what do we always do with our utility expenses, all those stuff.
Roll it over to your credit card. Roll your bills over to your credit card.
Now we have a huge line. We have 28K in lines of credit. So we need to make sure all of our monthly expenses are satisfied. What does that do? Especially if it's a cashback rewards.
Get you free money.
Give you free money.
Give you free money every month because you have to pay those bills anyway. So now you're still making that $15.50 every month in utilities and those miscellaneous $400. And now that can actually end up getting you cash back as a cashback rewards on those cards. So I would definitely say I would attack card 2, the 345, because it has a smaller balance. And same thing, it'll take you 6 months to pay that car off or faster, right? With that net cash flow. Now that increases your monthly cash. Yep. Now that increases your monthly cash flow to $2,400 a month, and then rinse and repeat that, and you're going to go off card number 1, and that again is going to take you. But with that balance, then it should take you about 5 months to pay that off. Now you paid off all your debts free and clear, in about a year and some change. Does that make sense? Everybody there?
Yes.
So removing all those small bills out of the way with your current net cash flow. I know I start answering questions for how much that increases your monthly cash flow to?
27.25 with the cars.
27.25 with all the cars paid off and all the credit cards paid off, right? And you moved all your debts over to a line of credit. So you moved all your debts over to a line of credit, right? So what would you do next now that you moved what would you do? Every 3 months, what would you do?
You would velocity bank you would, I think, liquidate. You would liquidate or take part of your credit card balance off. The credit cards to pay part of your mortgage off.
Okay. What about getting new lines of credit?
You'll get a line increase.
Yeah, that's for credit line increase and new lines of credit.
Okay.
Because you want to have at least a minimum of 120,000 on personal. At least a minimum of 120,000. I know a lot of our people have always been scared of credit, especially personal credit, but you have to remember, you leverage that money. We're talking about leveraging. So 120,000 gives you $36,000 to leverage, right? With that 30, I'm not even gonna go nowhere near that, you know what I mean? But I would probably take 10,000 off my line of credit and drop it on principal only on my car, because now my net cash flow, I'm just going to round it off to 2,500, and every 5 months I'm paying back 10,000 on my mortgage, paying back the line of credit, and I paid off 10,000 on my mortgage. That saves all that money, interest and principal. Rinsing and repeating that process that we do right there, you have that whole car, the rest of that house paid off in 5.7 months. I mean, it's 5.7 years. I mean, 5.7 years. I'm sorry. I'm not months. I mean, 5.7 years. Sorry. 5.7 years.
I was like, velocity banking is amazing.
No, but I'm saying, but you're thinking now, but think about it. Even if you leverage that, some of that credit that you have now, because you know your credit is 800, 700, and you buy multiple vehicles thorough, they're increasing your net cash flow to attack those debts. You know what I'm saying? You want to clear off that next car that you buy. You know, say you buy a car that's 10,000, 15,000. You know what I'm saying? And you use that net cash flow, pay that off, rinse and repeat that process until you get to the number of cars you want, number of houses you want, whatever. and you just continuously paying off your balances. It's just that simple.
Can
I
you
don't know.
refresh my memory when it comes to like those payments? If you're the provider for the payment doesn't allow you to use credit cards, you have to use like your banking information to come directly from your savings or checking account?
So there are ways you can do it. You can use Plastique. I know we have some members that use Plastique to set up their accounts to pay mortgages or car loans so they can still get those cashback rewards. Plastique is just a servicing company that you can hook a credit card up to, and they'll make that monthly expenditure for car loans or mortgages that won't allow you to pay those things. Or you can just leave that money in the checking account and let that be automatic debit out, and you work around the rest of the money, leave the rest of the stuff that you need in there. You still want all your utility bills, all those things, your electric bills, everything that you can pay on your credit card, you need to be having paid on the credit card. You want that cashback rewards. So if you can do the mortgage, you can do Plastique if it makes the dollar amount make sense, because there is a fee for Plastique. If the dollar amount makes sense and the cashback rewards make sense, I would definitely tell you to use it. And I know a lot of people here are going to tell you, yes, the dollar amount makes sense to use Plastique.
How is that spelled? I'm not sure if I'm getting the right pronunciation of it.
I think it's PLASTIQ.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Did you find it?
I see something that says Plastique fees and credit cards. Is
Yes. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to pull up real fast our debt weapon worksheet. This is basically, everybody should have this worksheet, or at least coming to you. If you were receiving invoices previously, every month on your invoices at the bottom, you should have had this worksheet on there. Some people say they never seen this worksheet. It's attached to each invoice that you were receiving. Those that's new in the program, you would get this in the email. Okay, so the same thing that we went over just a few minutes ago. We have the net cash flow. We had somebody net cash flow here. We have their mortgage, the $1,650. We had the credit card that they were paying monthly, the other consumer related debts, and also the personal expenditure. That was the $1,550 plus the $400, and then their gross cash flow, and then their net cash flow. Okay, so again, tab 2 is just basically I just threw it all in one place. That was the income they had coming in every month. Tab 3 is going to be the debt that actually can hurt your credit report if you do not make those payments, and which is going to be your mortgage, the car 1, car 2, credit cards down here that we had, the 79 and 10,000. So what we just did was we wiped these out. Oh shoot, I'm on the wrong screen. I got way too many computer screens, y'all. And when we knock these out, then we go back to the net front screen, you see that our cash flow is increasing. All I'm doing is taking out my monthly payments. Again, I go back to debts. And these are, I didn't itemize these. I just put that full $1,550 that we had on the other screen in the 400 here, the miscellaneous debt. But what we want to do is, when you fill out this worksheet, I want to make sure you put your electric bill. If it can be paid on credit card, you put a Y here, and then you put the dollar amount that you pay monthly. Then you gas, electric, everything. And you can also change these to, if you need to change it to any miscellaneous bills that you have coming out, okay? Once you finish filling these out, say if I change the, 125, if I change that, it's going to update down here. And then if I put a no, and if say another 25, it'll tell me down here. So 125 could pay on card, 125, if I put it in here, I cannot pay on card. Okay, so just make sure that you guys are understanding this and filling this thing out correctly, because every time you go back, it's going to show you your net cash flow, if it's minus, negative, positive, and how you need to move forward in creating this financial plan and using the steps. The Friday calls, I want to make sure we're doing case studies over and over and over so people can actually understand this thing clicks in. There's hundreds of videos on YouTube about velocity banking, but we take our twist and make a whole different, way more important in your life, especially when it comes to creating passive and generational wealth. Because now we're teaching you, it's not just about having a pretty credit score or paying off debt, but how do we leverage that debt to create passive and generational wealth, right? Easy money, Drew. And they ain't kill me. But now, bro, since you joined today, there is, and also you too, Kevin, if you're on Facebook, there is a public and a private Facebook group. The one on Facebook that says the Debt Weapon Program is the private one. There's much more personal information for you guys. And there's also a public one. You feel free to join both of those. Anybody got questions for me? Because I know I went through this pretty fast. I don't want to waste everybody's time. Or, I know it's late already. Oh, sorry, y'all. I got too many screens. I gotta get off this thing. All right, I'm going to try to show you guys this real fast, and then we're going to get out of here. I don't know what it's going to be. All right.
Saber, did you mean to put 78% interest?
Nope. I meant to put 7%. I'm trying to find a dollar amount that make this. That's not it. I'm trying to find a dollar amount to get us closer to 1650, and I keep doing the same thing. 7%. This is how I find my interest rates too. When somebody asks me how I'm going to sell a finance property and I want to see the return, I sit on this calculator and I figure out how much their current monthly payments is, especially if there's an end user that's already in place when I buy the property, like a renter, and I go back to them and I'll say, hey, I'll take your current rent rate that you're currently paying for rent and I'll amortize it for 30 years. I would just go ahead and put the 30 years and then the property price that I want to sell it for. And all I'm doing is playing with the interest rate till I figure out, how to get to that dollar amount that they're currently paying. I just keep changing the interest rate. But anyways, I'm not going to keep you guys. I'm going to get close as possible. All right, so I'm going to do this one, 16 at a 7.45. I'm not going to keep playing with it. But anyways, this is say this is 1650, and every 10 months I'm going to what's my net cash flow? I'm gonna just use 2,500. So 2,500, I'm going to take 10,000 off my line of credit and drop it on principal only. Sorry. I'm moving this out my way because I keep using it. All right, so 2,500 divided by 10,000 is what, guys?
4.
I was like 4. So every 4 months, I'm going to drop $10,000. Is this making sense to everybody now? I know y'all seen this plenty of times for those that are going to call.
That's $1,000.
Oh, sorry. Is this making sense to everybody?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to keep doing all this, putting all these numbers in, but you see how it's dropping the payments down. But I want you to see more than anything, it's most important is the number of payments that you're saving up here each as we do this on this calculator. Of course, you all going to have this, but the number of payments that you're seeing you're going to save, and especially the interest that they're saved. So on this side of this board right here, the number of payments, they saved 157 payments by dropping the 10,000. But look how much interest they saved by doing the loan this way so far. And they still have way to go. So that's the most important. Now, me being at the bank on the opposite side, of course, I want them to make principal interest payments for the next 30 years. Because that's where you win at, as being the bank. However, being on the opposite side, when you get being the victim of the banks, that's where you don't want to be at. So we always keep saying, amortized loans is the devil, right? Simple interest is different. It's measured different. It's touched different. It's hotter. It's different. It's very much different. So that's why we want to make sure that you understand how to do this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna let you guys. I've been sick. Rosie been getting on me. I've been taking my medication, so but I'm gonna leave this alone tonight. Anybody have anything else they want to talk about? Feel free. I'm open to questions, new things going on, anything I can help with, business questions. I'm here.
I have a
I did
question.
put I put the Facebook group in the private one in the chat for Drew and Kevin or anyone else that may need it.
Thank you.
It's only for members. If there's
Okay.
anyone else on here that's not a member.
I just also have a question before we hang up tonight. If anyone has trade lines that they are not using and are willing to sell them, please reach out to me. I have a couple of people that have need.
Oh yeah, and y'all make sure y'all reach out to Rosie and Renee about the July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th weekend. The weekend at the, because we try to get together how many people may come down here, and you know, because we know it is 4th of July weekend. How many people come down here? How are we going to set up? We definitely want to go to. I know Drew knows about it, but we definitely want to go down to Virginia Beach and watch the fireworks, and you know, just do a team building process. Ride around in slingshot. Y'all see how black I'm getting on my face from riding around that slingshot. Riding around in the slingshot and just enjoy each other's time and have fun and do some team building activities.
Yeah, so if you could just send an email with your with whether or not you are planning to come, that would be great.
Okay.
So guys, thanks so much. Drew, is there anything you'd like to say? I know your first time being on. Any comments, anything you'd like to say?
So I just appreciate the warm welcome. I'm learning a ton already. I think this community is amazing, and I felt that. So Rosie, I didn't know about you being in this community and impactful leader here, but you know, I knew your character from our other mentorship, and then Sabor, you've just been exceptional since the second I've met you. So I'm just glad that I'm around everyone. Looking forward to learning, growing. Definitely going to be at the 4th of July thing as long as there's nothing military that gets in the way of that. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. Definitely looking forward to digging in. I gotta start with some credit stuff first. So I'm looking forward to getting with my coach and getting some things rolling.
Oh yeah, you got the right coach too. She's gonna be on you, man. Tell him, y'all. He got Renee.
Oh.
I'm a little nervous now. Everybody's laughing.
Oh.
No, she's great.
Renee got it going on.
Renee, I signed up for the couples session too, so you got to keep me straight and my wife.
Okay, that won't be hard.
Yeah, she don't play no games, y'all. She don't play no games. You can't give her no pushback now.
You can give her pushback. She's just gonna do it too.
She's just gonna get you on track.
You're like, Rosie, like, did you get done when I told you to do? She's like, no. She's like, okay. Renee, like, oh, you did. Rosie, nice. Rosie doing like she talks to the little kids. Renee, like, no, we ain't doing that.
Renee's nice too.
She's nice. She's very nice.
She's very nice. She's very nice.
She's very nice.
She's very nice, but she's very stern.
Some of her ways.
Good night, Michelle.
She will say, you can do what you want. However, you came here for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yep.
You know,
Spending your
so
money
she
for a
really,
reason, right?
Yep. She'll straighten you up quick.
Awesome. Well, I'm happy to be here, y'all.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Well, thank you guys. It was great being on tonight. Kevin, we'll be talking very, very shortly. And good night, everyone. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Good night. Have
Lovely,
a great weekend.
lovely. Can you stay on the line, Lovely, real fast? I think we have an investment meeting too, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we do, but the investors can come back on like in 10 minutes after. Do you want me to stay on with Lovely while you talk to her?
Oh no, she can find. I mean, there's nothing really. Did she have something personal she want to talk about? I was going to ask her about that letter.
Oh, you mean the one that she got from the court?
Yeah. Did you send it out already?
I think you guys should schedule another time for that because you do have another meeting at 9:30.
Okay, no problem.
if you don't mind.
Yes. Okay, lovely.
Good night,
We'll
everybody.
talk later, lovely. Sorry.
Sounds good. Good
All right.
night.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
night.
Right.
So, Raquel and Rochelle.
Oh,
Um,
Yes.
Tamika stays on. Tamika stays on too. Tamika's in the new.
What's happening? We couldn't hear you say, or at least I couldn't.
I said Tamika stays on. Tamika is in one of the new investment. She's in the investment program now.
Ooh, girl. I think
Welcome.
Woody and Adele and Aaron gotta hang up. Good night, Danielle.
Where Raquel's here. Who was missing? I feel like somebody's missing. No.
Armando's missing. He's coming
Ah,
up
there
right
we
now.
go.
Missing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Raheem
getting
is
him right
missing.
now.
He's sleeping.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
he
know.
sleep. Okay.
Yeah, we got to drive back tomorrow.
No,
Who,
he has to.
Aaron
Say
Jones,
but we know who that we mean.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night,
Put on right
Aaron.
now.
right.
Good night.
All right, I'm locking this room now. Nobody else can join. All right, so Pancho this week has said that he has received the material from from Lowe's. He's going to start the work. Did everybody send him the money from the previous? Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So his thing was, he said that he thinks we need to redo the whole bathroom.
He does.
However,
Why?
he cannot find the paint for the toilet, the tub.
Armando, I believe, found it, and Sabor Armando's going to jump in if he's able to, because he's just still in traffic. He was supposed to be here earlier, but he's going to join us in the meeting. I sent him the link, so
He did find it.
yeah, he's going to try to jump in because he wanted to share with you that he found a paint stuff that he was going to order so we could have it ready for Pancho when he comes on Monday. He's supposed to come back on Monday because I guess they went in and painted and did everything they needed to do. They had a full day's work yesterday and a lot of the stuff got delivered, but I think 3 items were missing. So we called what is it? It's the Lowe's over there. They are terrible. They're short staffed. We can't even get a hold of like people. I've called like 5 times today. He called 5 times today.
Are you calling the store?
The what?
Are you calling the store?
Store, the Lowe's.
Oh, yeah,
They're
you gotta
just-
call the customer service, 1-800 customer
We
service.
did. We called the pro desk and the customer service. We were even asking for the manager. So they delivered everything but 3 items. So we're going to have those 3 items that we've already paid for, all of us, sent over on Monday. So Mondo found